Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful evening at XQ's. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Boom Done Next, DeLuca's Specialty Foods, and a big special thank you to our amazing chef, Ben. I know the food was amazing. We're so excited to have Therese and the Lockdown on the XQ stage tonight. Often described as gritty folk and noir country, they will play pretty much anywhere, maybe a grungy warehouse or even your living room. But I'm so glad they chose a beautiful venue like XQ's Cafe and Lounge. Let's make them feel at home. Give them a big warm welcome, Therese and the Lockdown.
That's the best intro we've ever had. Thanks, Kelsey. Well, I want you, and I want you to be my everything, but I can't help but wonder if one person can be our everything, our everything. So I hold on to good times as if unclenching fists could cause them to fade. And of course there have been hard times. How else could the light cause us to bend? Cause us to bend. Sweetly, and I will follow you down, back to where we used to be, and speak softly, and I will find you there, waiting for me. I've been longing for old times when hitting the road meant ditching town. I've been longing for sunsets, the only thing that's guiding us out, guiding us out. Ask sweetly, and I will follow you down, back to where we used to be. Speak softly, and I will find you there, waiting for me. Will you want to own me, despite all the times that I let you down? And you want to forgive Thank you. Am I blocking these two guys back here? Ah, you're good. All right, we're gonna play mostly songs off an album we released last year, but these two are a little bit newer, and we're gonna do them. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I drove the car till it was running on fumes, till I put enough miles between me and wanting you. Well, I drove the car till the engine blew, till there was no danger in coming home to you. Well, it took the pain and believed your eyes, thinking that the end would come as no big surprise. Well, it took the pain and believed your lies, till it was no one's fault but mine. But mine. Baby, in the hard times, baby, in the low times, and baby, in the slow times, I recall dreaming of a fast lane, dreaming of a southbound train, dream about the place I'd rather be. Well, the clock struck 3, and then the clock struck 4, and I knew by 5 I'd be out the door. Well, the clock struck 6, and then struck no more. I watched the sun come up many miles from home. I was many miles from home. Baby, in the hard times, baby, in the low times, and baby, in the slow times, I recall dreaming of a fast lane, dreaming of a southbound train, dream about the place I'd rather be. Now I'm in a fast lane, now I'm on a southbound train, now I'm anywhere I wanna be. Baby, there's still hard times, baby, there's still low times, but nothing like the times of you and me. Thank you. I was just talking to Paulo before the show, and he was giving me an example of an introduction of a song, and I was like, oh, that's literally what that song is about. You know, they give you those like little warnings sometimes where they're like, fill up your gas tank because there won't be gas for many miles. And I was like, I got enough gas. And drove in on empty to the next town. It was just like rolling into the gas station. So that one was called Fuel Light On. This next one's also a new one, except the lyrics I wrote years ago. I found them in a book somewhere and thought, I think I made this into a song at some point, and it just never became anything. So the lyrics are really old, but the song is new to us, and it's called New Year's Eve, which is coming up. Good time to make resolutions or not make resolutions.
To do something or not?
To do something or not do something. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. No longer counting the miles we go together. We now count the hours of silence, and this is not the kind of calm comes from serene. This is the calm before the storm. Another Christmas survived, and now we're on the brink of resolutions made to tempt us into better lives, and I'm caught in this trap. Just give more of myself when all I want's less expectations. We stand with our hearts upon our sleeves, beautiful and broken like so many have been. We stand in the place you said you would be, and wonder why we're still here waiting patiently. And I arrived like this place is a home I've been away from for far, far too long. Buildings recognizable and yet foreign. The district's still defined and known. And will this cold ever break? I'm listening to sad songs, connecting me with good times long since past, and it makes me even more lonely than I was before. We stand with our hearts upon our sleeves, beautiful and broken like so many have been. We stand in the place you said you would be, and wonder why we're still here waiting patiently. No longer counting the miles we go together. We now count the hours of silence, and this is not the kind of calm comes from serene. This is the calm before the storm. Thank you. Oh, this is really special. Sal and I have been talking about this for a long time. I live right across the street. Vince lives right across the street. So this is our home. We live here. No, but Excuse is just, it was like a reason to move into this neighborhood. Sal just does such a beautiful job of creating such a beautiful community space here. And it's always very, very special when we get to perform here or bring children here or have coffee here or gather with friends here. So we feel very excited to have been asked to be a part of Evening at Excuse. And Chef Ben. Oh, that food was so good. Think on me, as you lay soft against your lover. Think on me, for I could not bear to be just another. Wait for me, and I'll send a ship to sail across the ocean. You could not ask from me more devotion. Here we go, end of the world, sky set on fire, we are still young. Here we go, with our hearts set on fire. In my youth, the tears I cried for misunderstanding, the horrors of this world upon the children. And here we go, end of the world, sky set on fire, we are still young. Here we go, with our hearts set on fire. Ask from me, and I will give you all I have. For you saved me from myself. And here we go, end of the world, sky set on fire, we are still young. Here we go, with our hearts set on fire. And here we go, end of the world, sky set on fire, we are still young. Here we go, with our hearts set on fire. Thank you.
Once again for Claire Therese and the Lockdown. Amazing, amazing. Almost shed a tear, almost for me. Okay. So you often refer to this wonderful group as a project rather than a band. Can you provide some insight on that reason?
Yeah, sure. Before we were Claire Therese and the Lockdown, I guess I was in a duo, and we had a band together, and then he decided to go pursue something in Toronto, and I was like, oh wow, the band just broke up, like just like that, and that was kind of the end of that project. It felt very final, and so I realized I wanted to keep playing music, and that sometimes we can be really rigid in how we think about who we work with, how often we work with. I come from a background in theater, and so if you're cast in a play, that's it, you're cast in that play. You don't get to like tag out with someone. So we kept meeting interesting musicians that fit really well, just kind of personality-wise. It's a group that is just very harmonious. We like each other, we're kind to each other, and also we all have lots of different projects that we like to do. So people are in different bands, and people have lots of different loves and passions. And so I wanted to create something that was very fluid, that people could kind of come and go as they wanted. Which means that very often there are 7 of us on stage, which is a gigantic band. But I put it out on a thread and say, who wants to do this show? And most often there's 7 people who are like, yeah, I'm in. But it also just gives us the flexibility to keep pursuing all of the things that we want to pursue. And not have it be like, we don't have to say no to things. We can keep saying yes. So sometimes I do shows all by myself. Sometimes there's a trio. Sometimes there's 7 of us. We realize that this is the first show in all the years that we've been a band that our drummer hasn't been here. So this is the first show he hasn't done with us, which is exciting. Like it's exciting to kind of keep feeling the sound in a different way, keep hearing each other in a different way. So I guess a band felt very like rigid and final to me. And a project just kind of allowed people to come and go as they wanted, and as their lives, kind of,
Absolutely. Well, it seems like your focus is on what feels right, and it really does feel right. And this album has been an archive, pretty much, of the last 10 years of your life. How do you continue that motivation to just complete a 10-year project? Unheard of in my mind.
I know, my mind too. I realize that I'm just like the kind of person who I'm not focused on one thing. I need to have like lots of different things going on. So it's not like I'm sitting at home in a disciplined way writing music. It's like I'll write a verse and then 3 years later be like, oh yeah, that verse that I wrote, after I'd done like other projects and other things. But I think there's like, I just kind of realized that the album had spanned 10 years of my life and my songwriting, and was very happy that someone just encouraged me, like, there's never a good time it'll never be finished. Like, just do it. Just put it out. And I'm so happy that we kind of did this, like, anthology of these 10 years of songs, and that can be put to the side, and now I can write new stuff.
Yeah, it's once again that genuineness that we can really feel in the music from every single person on this stage. Thank you so much. Please
Thanks,
continue,
Kelsey.
please.
Okay. Oh, I'm moving over for this one. I'm gonna come here so I'm not blocking you guys. Is that okay if I stand here? We also have learned how to play multiple parts in this band. So I think Darwin's played like 4 different instruments, maybe 5 with the lap steel.
4, I guess. I haven't played the drums. So.
No one's played the drums but Jaime, so that's why there's no drums tonight. In the sunlight you can see how great our love can be. And in the darkness all I ask is that you remember all the good times past. We're driving far from home, and I'm so damn glad I ain't going it alone. Wheels on gravel sing the song, remind us of lonesome travelers who've come and gone. Winds they hail and winds they change, and that's why life don't stay the same. Things we thought would always stay fall closer to the wayside day by day. In the sunlight you can see how great our love can be. And in the darkness all I ask is that you remember all the good times past. Is that you remember all the good times past. Thank you. That's Darwin Baker on guitar. I'm going to use all the mics. Yeah, that was it was very challenging to make music during the pandemic with other people. So Darwin and I spent a lot of time just playing songs, him and I. And so some of these we've actually never played as a band. And this next one we've never played at all. This is the first time you are the first people who will be hearing this song. And I guess going back to Kelsey's question about the 10 years, like it is, sometimes you write a song and it meant something back when you wrote it, and 10 years later it means something very, very different. And yeah, I love how that happens, and things just keep kind of feeling relevant to you. Or you have that song that's like, nope, I never want to play this again. It's no longer relevant to me. When we met, I was half broken, tangled in a web of regret. And I don't know how I got my head straight, but you were the one I kept. And your hands are big and hold me tender. My heart is strong and built to last. Despite all that, I still put it through. I think I'll give this a chance. So let's go, just as long as we both want to go. Nothing less and nothing more. 'Cause in the end, what more could we ask for? We all get stuck in thoughts of forever, though it breaks us when it don't come. For the joy in each new beginning holds hands with grief for the end. What a gift that we keep trying. Oh, what brave hearts we have, and how I love your arms around me. Oh, how I love the here and now. So let's go, just as long as we both want to go. Nothing less and nothing more. 'Cause in the end, what more could we ask for? Let's go, just as long as we both want to go. Nothing less and nothing more. 'Cause in the end, what more could we ask for? Thank you. Do you play? No. Sarah and I actually did a month-long Interlake tour together of all things. I don't know, it was like theater and all sorts of stuff. Crafts and theater. We spent a month in the Interlake, and yeah, we hadn't talked about doing this song, but I was like, oh man, Sarah and I did that song when we were in the Interlake. We would go and live in these small towns for a week at a time and get to know the community and get to know who the artists in the community were. And then we would kind of celebrate our art together. It was a very, very special thing to do. Yeah. So we're gonna, I don't know, yeah, play a song about that. I am someone who has just traveled extensively, and I really love a road trip, and yeah, just about all those people that you meet on the way. I'm going down this endless highway, and all I can see for miles and miles are bales in a row, trees kissed by snow, fields that will be forever gold, birds in the sky who tempt us to fly. When I was young, I gathered pain and held it deep inside. And now that I'm older, it's not that I'm colder, it's just that I've learned how to let go. These things inside me could cause us to bleed, could cause us to bleed. Oh, I'm going down this endless highway, and all I can feel for miles and miles is how great it's all been. These sights that I've seen, the people who have made their mark upon me, high in the sky, the temptation to fly, the temptation to fly. That was the one, Vince Andrews, go.
Lost in the moment, exactly. That's the beauty of this group. You're getting the raw energy right from the core. This album is called Villainy. What inspired the name Villainy?
Well, it's a great word. And I often feel that way about the world, just in general, that there's just great villainy out there.
You don't say.
Yeah. Yes. But it came straight. So I didn't co-write one of the songs with Shakespeare, but I took his lyrics. I was studying, I was working at Stony Mountain Institution. I run a Shakespeare program there, and we were doing the play Othello. Has anyone read Othello? Yes, yes. Okay, a little something about me. I'm a Shakespeare nerd. I do like my Shakespeare.
No, you don't seem like it at all.
But yeah, I just in reading this like very old text, like 450 years old, it was just so clear. This play about violence against women, and so I took all of one of the female characters, Amelia. I took all of her lines and wrote a murder ballad with them. And at some point she says, "Oh, villainy, villainy," and there's an exclamation mark at the end of it. And so the album is Villainy with an exclamation mark. So it came from Shakespeare.
Wow, that's so meaningful, and you're bringing awareness to this issue that is still unfortunately going on today. So I appreciate, once again, substance always. So when you
Can I just say that
Yeah,
it's
please.
also this period is it's 16 days of action for the international elimination of violence against women right now. So
Thank you so much for letting us know. Thank you. Yes. So when you completed this album, finally, no, I'm just joking. After that decade, were there any songs that ended up on the album that kind of surprised you? You didn't expect them to be there?
yeah. Actually, there was the start and the end of the album were like new songs that right before we were like recording the album. It was almost done, and then I was like, oh, I finished these 2 songs, and they have to bookend it. And actually, my sister, who's in the audience, who is one of the members of the Lockdown and performs with us and plays with us and recorded on the album, also chooses not to perform and play with us, but comes and watches us instead, which is amazing. Ellen was the one who chose the order of the songs, and it was really very cool that the 2 songs that were just kind of these last, I was like, okay, we'll put them on the album, bookend them. So one goes at the start and one is at the end.
That's pretty
And it
cool.
was quite surprising because we had just introduced, one of them kind of like a week before recording it.
Well, save the best for last, as they say. Well, thank you so much. Please continue.
This is my first time doing like a little show with an interview. It's kind of cool. I'm talking about stuff. And moving again, trying out this mic. All right, well we'll play Amelia. Yeah. Unfortunately, this one is still relevant after 450 years. One, two, three, four. I will not charm my tongue, for I am bound to speak. My mistress here lies murdered in her bed, and your reports have sent the murder on villainy, villainy. Do not you chide, I have a thing for you. You hath 100 times wooed me to steal. She loves the token, keeps it evermore about her. I nothing but to please his fantasy. Amelia, oh how I cry each time you die. Oh, these men, dost thou in conscience think we deserved our souls to sink? While we have galls, and though we have some grace, yet have we some revenge. Let husbands know their wives have sense, like them palates for both sweet and sour. And have we not affections, desires for sport and frailty as men have? Then let them use us well, else let them know the ills we do. Their ills instruct us so. Amelia, oh how I cry each time you die. Oh, these men, dost thou in conscience think we deserved our souls to sing? Would cry, is this old lady speak again? Oh, sweet mistress, speak, for I must needs report the truth, oh, who have done this deed. Oh, why you come, oh, you have done well, that men must lay their murders on your neck. My husband said that she was false upon my soul, lie, wicked lie. Amelia, oh, how I cried each time you died. Oh, these men, dost thou in conscience think we deserved our souls to sing? I will not charm my tongue, for I am bound to speak. My mistress here lies murdered in her bed, and your reports have sent the murder on villainy, villainy. And your reports have set the murder on villainy, villainy. Thank you. Well, this next one is about winter in Winnipeg, or at least inspired by it. One, two, three, one. Well, we both know how this will turn out. Hungry, we find our way back. And we both know where we went wrong. We just kept singing those sad, sad songs. Those sad, sad songs. Well, we tried so hard to get clean after years of chasing some faraway dream. But now living's just ain't what it's cut out to be. Things we gave away just to be free. Yeah, we tried to come clean. Time after time, still end up downtown, finding old friends as our heads hit the ground. Try to avoid, we still end up downtown, finding old friends as our heads hit the ground. Well, they tell me the days are growing longer, But winter, it lingers on and on and on. And I know something's gonna have to give, or else I'm gonna have to find a way to believe it will, to believe it will. Time after time, still end up downtown, finding old friends as our heads hit the ground. Try as we might, we still end up downtown, finding old friends as our heads hit the ground. Well, we both know how this will turn out. Hungry, we find our way back. Maxwell Harrison on trombone. That was also an Ellen idea. She said, what about Max on trombone? And I was like, a trombone? Wow. And it was just awesome. Max is also just like good at everything. So if you need something fixed, or if you need something procured. Procured? Is that a? Yeah. Isn't that, what did you describe? Oh, okay. Not in a legal way. You know, like if you're like, fine, I need a spoon, and Max will, you know.
What do you need a spoon for?
Okay, everybody. For soup. All right. Well, we've got a couple more for you. I don't know if I want to say anything about this one. We spend too many days smoking cigarettes and drinking nights away. Cast memories aside, unclench our fists and open up our eyes. And I see you there, and I see you there. So take off your robes. We've got time to kill and no place to go. And I appreciate the gift you give to me by walking away. And I see you there, and I still see you there. I try to forgive the times you say nothing, and I try to forget when I've said too much. And even in the dark, I think you look like heaven. But in the light, I realize I failed too much. I failed too much. And I should leave this place, lest I fall in love or else fall into rage. And I recognize those glazed over doughy eyes. I love the bottle most of my life, and I see you there, and I still see you there. And I tried to forgive the times you said nothing, and I tried to forget when I've said too much. And even in the dark, I think you look like heaven, but in the light I realize I failed too much. And I tried to forgive the times you say nothing, and I tried to forget when I've said too much. And even in the dark, I think you look like heaven, but in the light I realize I failed too much. I failed too much. The goodbye you gave is black and blue upon my face, and I see you there, and I still see you there. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for tonight. Everyone's just been an incredible audience. This has been such a beautiful night. Thank you so much for having us. I just want to introduce everyone one more time.